Well, after the transfer window that we've just had, we have every right to feel extremely confident about our chances this season. However, there will be little distractions, such as playing in the knockouts of the Europa Conference League against the Norwegian side, where we could potentially get through to play another Norwegian side. It's all good. In addition to that, though, I've been looking into another scouting method, and I think it's way more powerful than I ever thought that it could be. More on that in a minute. As always, if you have been enjoying the series up to this point, drop a like on the video. That'll be very, very helpful. You smashed it on the last one, so hey, keep it up. That'd be lovely. And also, since it is the start of the week, it is time to thank new patrons, and this week is Jack McLeish. So thank you so much for that, Jack. And just thank you to everyone else over there. The support in this series lately has been extremely outrageous, so thank you very much, friends. So we're on the day of the Braun game, obviously. We're not actually going to be doing this as a proper live call because we've got Mulder to deal with in a minute as well. But yeah, we've done a few weeks just off camera, just trying to get up to this point. Nothing's really happened in that period, other than Moise Kipre got a call-up and a national team cap for the Ivory Coast. I told him I was proud of him. He told me to go F myself. You know, standard behavior. We have fun. We're going to talk more about that scouting method in a sec, but we'll need a couple of days of spare time to do that. So I'm just going to quickly cue the music. We'll get into the Braun game, and then we'll talk about this scouting system. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's very interesting to me. Rakic with the delivery. Near post. He's in there, and he's on the end of it. Nikolai Berntsen, 1-0 Tromsø. That's really nice to see us get straight off the mark with a good set piece. 1-0. I want this league win. We're going full strength here. Going to the byline, whipping it all the way through. Comes through to Kawamoto. He's got no support. Lisa's on the end of it, though, and it's 2-0 to Tromsø. Christopher Lisa, third goal of the season already. That was brilliant hold-up play from Kawamoto. Almost playing like the deep line forward there. Lisa from distance. Surely he couldn't score another one. Oh, nice effort, though. Wait. Oh, it's in. It's actually 3-0. Pontus Höglund, or Skogland, or Skogland? I'll just call him Skogland for now. I know it's a slightly different pronunciation. Tromsø 3, Braun 0. Berntsen, Lisa, and Skogland. That is a very strong performance. And not even that, we were pretty decent, but we took our chances for once. This is this team just seems to hit different this year. They look so much more composed. Lisa looks like a massive goal threat, and that's going to provide a lot of extra attacking options for us this season. I can feel it already. Very happy with that. Still technically second after the opening day as Rosenborg beat Salzburg 5-2 on there, but Mulder dropping points to Sogndal on the opening day of the season is helpful. Arendal as well, their first foray into the top flight in this save. They've actually won against Start on the opening day as well, so fair play to them. Right. Now let's talk about this scouting thing. So I'm sure a lot of you are completely familiar with the team report function that you can get on any random club, where you can just send a scout to get a team report on a random club. But I got to thinking as to what did that actually do beyond just giving you a cursory scout report, and the speed at which it comes through is very interesting. But my curiosity was, what did it actually then allow you to ascertain that you didn't already know before? Did it simply update the star ratings whilst not actually giving you any more scouting information? How important and how effective can it be to use team reports? So I did a little test, and we're going to do a live one right now to sort of prove my point. Okay, so this is just a random team, something we know very little about. It's Hajduk Split over in Croatia. We know a few things about a couple of their players, but for the most part, their squad is pretty much an unknown to us. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't still know little bits about some of their players. So I'm just going to choose this guy at random, Mate Rogalic. And you can see here that we know very little about this player. We know a couple of things about his physical abilities. We know absolutely sod all about his mentals, and there's a couple of technical abilities that we kind of are aware of. And what I was curious to see is how much does a simple team report actually gather in terms of additional scouting information about players' attributes that you didn't already know before? And the reason being is because team reports can be got extremely quickly and in great quantity. And that would suggest to me that team reports would be a very good way of gathering immediate interest and information about players. So we're going to do an example right now. I'm going to get a team report on Hajduk Split's first team. It will come through tomorrow, April 3rd, or at the very latest April 4th because of time stuff, because it's 5 o'clock. And what I'm now going to do is just phase into the same player's profile the moment that that team report has been issued to us. Well, there we have our answer. And I think it's pretty stark. It's been exactly 24 hours since I requested a team report on the entire squad, and what you can see is exactly what I've been experiencing when I've done this test a couple of times prior. Basically, you'll get a nice little improvement to the knowledge of certain technical attributes, not an enormous chunk, but a few extra ones in there. You can see the difference already. The real difference comes from things like the physical attributes. Now, we now know an attribute range for every single physical attribute on this player. Whereas before we very clearly didn't. And in addition, the mental attributes as well. So what I've noticed basically is that with these team reports, you will get an enormous amount of knowledge about physical and mental attributes of players, and a little bit of a bump on the technical knowledge. And you can get that on an entire squad in 24 hours. Now, that is an extremely useful tool, because it doesn't mean you want to sign this guy straight away, but it definitely will allow you to narrow down scouting options and get through reports a little bit faster. So I'm going to try this out for a little bit, and we'll see how we go with this. But yeah, give it a try on your saves, and let me know how it works for you, because it does seem to be quite powerful, but especially on physical and mental attributes when you know very little about the players, and it will also narrow stuff down if you don't know as much. There's obviously nothing groundbreaking, but what I was curious about was how much of an effect you could get as far as scouting knowledge on a player in a very short space of time, and that's what's really key, I think, for me. Now time for a bit of Europa Conference League action. We host Molde. Obviously, our squad's going to be slightly depleted on account of the fact that we couldn't register everybody for it, but still, we've got to give them a bloody good go, and particularly as there's a chance to play another Norwegian side in the next round, who would arguably a weaker side as well. There's a plan here. I think Esbjerg might beat them though. But as for who we play, obviously selection advice will be done, but I'll keep switching this back around again because Lisa, I'm training him to play there. He's already got 3 goals this season and has looked an absolute gent. Like, what more can you do? Dilly in centre mid obviously can't happen. This way around though will happen. Leah's doing so good in that role. Berntsen looks excellent too. Happy with that. It's the midfield where the problems start to rely a little bit. Where is Jonsson? Jonsson's suspended for both competitions, annoyingly. Oh no, he can't play against Molde. It's his parent club, of course. Albert Grönbeck's going to have to come in, even though he's not actually registered for our league squad, and he's a bit annoyed at me about that. But, you know, it's literally all we can do right now because we can't register Mourinho. We know they're a good side, but can you imagine if we beat them? And it certainly wouldn't be the strangest thing to ever have happened. Like, we've actually got a pretty good record against Molde over the past couple of seasons in the league, for sure, and in cup competitions too. Can he pop this in? He can. Lisa's header! What a save! But he won the header and he got it on target too. Oh god, ball over the top though. This is going to be dangerous. That's for Fofana. It's a good first touch, but he's just been forced to go back a little bit. What a save from Mathias Johansson. I couldn't believe that was arrowing in. Rikic again drops it short. Lisa's picked it up again. He's got nowhere to go with this. Out wide for Leeuwenstuwen. Can he get the shot away? He does. Oh, hang on. He's not going to get red carded, is he? You have got to be joking. Oh dear, FM. I do love you sometimes. You just can't give me anything, can you? Not once. Not even a little bit. Half time, you can see Molde haven't really done a lot themselves either, to be fair. We're just going to have to try and see this out on 0-0, I think, if we can. Rekdal, ball in. Oh, he's there. I thought he should have done better at the back post there. Nicholas Katralen, 1-0 Molde. Ah, this game was it was so nicely poised for us to do something good, and then Lisa has gone and been an idiot. You are tearing me apart, Lisa, at this point, although that's truly what he was trying to do to that defender at that point. Ah, dear. It's so disappointing to have something like this happen in a game like this, but what can you really do about it? Clipping it over the top for Nicholas Dira again. He's been our furthest forward player at times so far in the second half. Oh, win a foul? Oh, it goes for goal. Back for Dira. One last chance, maybe. Byline whips it through. Bushgrevink! Caught by the keeper. Well, Tromsø 0. Molde 1. Very, very bad game from both sides. And I think still we're a bit unfortunate to lose the match, really. One little mistake and Contralum punished us. I do wonder, though, if that red card doesn't happen. You can see the way we were in control in the early stages and just had a faded after that because we had no choice. That's really disappointing. Doesn't mean we can't go and win in Molde, though. I think that's still well doable, to be fair. Elsewhere, though, 0-0 between Esbjerg and Lillestrøm as well. And Dundee beating Brighton. Wow, this is a really weird season of Europa Conference League action. I still don't think we're dead yet. I really don't. But, right, let's get cracking. Bit of a tight angle. There's Fal Mourinho with a lovely late run. Oh, he's been fouled. Chance from the penalty spot. This is really important. We have to take this opportunity. It's Jesse Rikic from the spot. Slots it home. Sogndal 0, Tromsø 1. Very important goal. Will send us back towards the top of the league again. Very, very good first half. Mourinho with room and space to run into. Can he find a pass too? Lisa. Kawamoto. Might have to shoot from range here. No. Patience again. Finds Cornic. Loving this build-up from us this season. They really look in sync with each other. Ball in again. Lisa! And it's 2-0 to Tromsø. Christopher Lisa making up for that red card against Molde with another goal for us. 4th goal of the year already for him. This is some start of the year. Jonsson smashing one through for Koki Kawamoto. This time he must finish. And he does. It's 3-0 to Tromsø. Kawamoto's 2nd of the season. Lovely assist from Jonsson. And, well, back-to-back 3-0s in the league to start off the season. That is something right now. What a ball. Dilly could bring this out the air, and he has. And slips it through for Lisa. Can he do it again? He actually can. It's 4-0. Christopher Lee, that's not his 7th goal of the season at all. They really need to fix that. It's 4-0. That's his 5th goal of the season for Christopher Lisa. What a performance today. Well, 4-0 Tromsø. Another brace for Lisa. The penalty in there too. Kawamoto as well. I mean, at one point it was looking a bit like we were going to underperform, but in the end we've really flown back, and this is more like it from us. Back-to-back wins, 7 goals scored, none conceded. This is a Tromsø that can challenge for the title this year. Surely. Come on. And we sit top of the league on goal difference right now. Only Bodder and Rosenborg can match us as well, which is lovely. Molde only just managed to get past Arendal after the red card as well. They look a bit shaky to start the year. If we could gap them early, that would be really key. Dira scooping one out for Cornic. Lovely pass. Open the pitch right up for Dilly. Oh, what a ball through. What a ball through. Steenson's in. Good save. Rakic, can we draw level on the tie? Berntsen! It's 1-1. 1-1 on aggregate. Nikolai Berntsen with the goal. And that's been coming. We've been really good in this game so far and deserve that lead. I mean, as you can see from the first half, it's been another really quiet game, but this one we've been massively on top, certainly in terms of possession and whatnot. Chances, Steenson had a good chance through, but this is huge. Berntsen allowed to bring the ball all the way out here. Dilly, look at the runs through the middle. Steenson, Kawamoto! Smashes it home. It's 2-0 to Tromsø just after half-time, and now we have the lead on the tie, and we deserve it. Mulder have not really turned up tonight, just like they did in the first leg, honestly, but there we go. Yes! I mean, we deserve that. We're through. We knocked Mulder out of Europe on their own ground. Berntsen with the goal, Kawamoto with the second one, and Mulder had nothing for us in this match. They offered nothing until the final 10 minutes of the match, where they had a couple of long range, well, not even long ranges, they were just one long ranger and a couple of pot shots. Brilliant performance. We're through to the semi-finals of the Europa Conference League, and we did it on their own ground. And to be fair, I think on the balance of the tie, that's a very deserved win. I think if we didn't get that red card in the first half, we'd have probably beaten them at home as well. We were looking very good. Their biggest mistake was shaping up with this system. We just went straight down the wide areas. Both of our wingbacks were having an absolutely open goal field day, and we get the win. We're going to go through where we'll probably play against Esbjerg. Imagine if Windholm was in the Esbjerg side against us. Oh no! Unbelievable! Sorry, I didn't even see that. Windholm actually scored for Esbjerg, by the way. I just thought they were 1-0 up. Lillestrøm win on penalties. They score a 93rd minute equaliser, and then Zachariasen with the winner in extra time for them. That is mental. Oh my god. So yeah, it's going to be Tromsø versus Lillestrøm in the Europa Conference League semis. They're a worse side than Molde. We have a real shot at a European final here, my friends. Come on! Rakic, lovely pass for Birkeland. Want that first assist for him. Now it could come maybe. Oh, Kawamoto's been fouled. We got another chance from the spot this season. Go on, Jesse. He gave us the breakthrough we needed against Sogndal. Can he do it again here? Yes, he can. Tromsø 1, Sarpsborg 0, and we still have yet to concede a league goal this season. That's 8 now without reply in the league. We are flying. Pops it across. Cleared again. The pressure just will not stop. Rakic, Mourinho, round the side for Kawamoto, and it's now 2-0. Koki Kawamoto scores another goal. He's got to catch up a little bit with Lisa, but he's still banging them in. 2-0, totally deserved. Nordli drops it short. Oh, well, Johansson's dived the wrong way, and Sarpsborg have a goal back out of literally nothing. It's 2-1 here. Don't do this again, friends. Not today. We've been too good for this to happen. Borchgrevink pops another cross in, and Berntsen's on the end of it. He has looked really good this season. 3-1 Tromsø. I mean, we deserve this win very, very comfortably. They're lucky to have a goal in this match. The first one we conceded all season, 3-1. Sounds incredible to say, but if anything, 3-1's a little bit harsh on us. I think we could have had 4 or 5, honestly, but like 3 is fine. Got the win again. We didn't miss too many chances in this game. We still took them. Kawamoto, Berntsen doing mad things. Unlucky to concede, if anything, but this is a great start. I mean, would you look at that? Top of the league, 9 points out of 9, but also plus 9 goal difference. This is a different Tromsø this season. We are actually able to put sides to the sword. Molde struggling down in 4th, but they're still only 2 points from us. Rosenborg and Bodø are actually looking like a real challenger this season, so it's still going to be a tough year, but we look up for it this year. We're not missing anywhere near as many chances. They're converting. That central midfield role is still doing the exact same thing, though. Gets chances, misses it. It's like no matter who you put there, they miss. But luckily, we're getting goals elsewhere, so hopefully over the season, it won't matter so much, but it's still very interesting. Well, there we go. Played against Lillehammer in the cup. Penalty for Tinkinen, and then one for Lee Dilly. Probably should have scored more goals, but it's always difficult in these, and I'm trying to not get bogged down in that so much this year, because I really do think we've got a cracking side, and I think the tactical switch with just the passing more has opened this team up to some magic this season. Also, debut for Varge. Played in goal for us today. Got a really good performance out of him. Don't know how he got a 7.5, honestly, when he made no saves, but still, good performance. Well done, lad. Hansen's ball in. Oh, an early goal for Arendal. Thomas Halstensen makes it 1-0. This is our first chance to have to come from behind in a league game this season. We're already 3rd in the league because of games in hand, but this could be a problem for us potentially. Back for Liasduen. Round the side from Marino. Look at the space. Just has to drop this across for someone. Lisa! Of course it's him. Christopher Lisa. It's 1-1. Arendal 1. Tromsø 1. It didn't last long. Come on, dig deep. Let's go smash this. But again, great work from Cornic. We're really winning a lot of aerial challenges with those fullbacks, which is nice to see. Cornic again. He's had a brilliant start to the season. Oh, look at the space. If he can pick out Kawamoto again, and he does. It's 2-1 to Tromsø now. Koki Kawamoto on the end of it. Both strikers are firing like nobody's business this season. 2-1, turn it around in the first half. Drops it back inside for Rakic. There's a run through the middle, maybe. Mourinho, can he find it? It's Kawamoto. He's got support out wide from Birkeland. Can he drop it back to him, maybe? Finds Mourinho instead. Rakic over the line. Very fortunate the way that fell to Jesse Rakic. It's another goal. 5 goals already this season from Rakic. This team is special. I can feel it. Rakic, can he pop another one on Berntsen's head? Yes, he can. He's done it again. It's 4-1. This is a bit different this year, it feels like. 4-1 Tromsø. Par out wide left. I don't really want to concede 2 in this game, really, if we could avoid it, given the amount of chances they've actually had. Bunda with a long-range strike, saved by Johansson. Doesn't get to the rebound. He doesn't. That's poor. Arendal 2, Tromsø 4. I mean, still, the result's the result, but a little bit disappointing defensively there. Well, there we go. 4-2 to us in the end. I think we overscored a little bit in this game, and same did both sides, really. But again, that fortitude to come from behind and already get that turned over by the first half and another 4-goal game. This is a different Tromsø side. We go second in the league at the moment, as Bodø took a 2-2 draw away at Molde, but we have a game in hand on them as well. Rosenborg lost as well, so we're ahead of them and have a game in hand. And Molde now find themselves 4 points behind us after only 4 matches. They've already dropped big points so far, and we look like the comfortable best side in this division at the moment. Not that we weren't last season, but the difference is this year, we're getting the results to go with it, and it feels like everything's finally fallen into place. Still, very early days yet, and we're obviously fighting on other fronts, but imagine if we could get to a European final as well. Oh, and Lillestrøm only 9th in the league, and that's who we play in the Europa Conference League. Oh, that's not good. An injury to Jonsson right now, and he's probably been one of our best players, whereas Dieter's having a nightmare out there so far, and I'm worried he might get a red card. This could be a problem. We might have to double sub here. Honestly, it's been an okay first half, kind of average. My plan really is just to try to not lose here, and then hopefully we could take them at home after a week's rest, because we will actually have a week's rest. And now Kornic is injured as well. We're in a bit of trouble here. There's been a lot of yellows. It's been a feisty game. I can't make any more subs either. Well, in the end, I'd say 0-0 is actually kind of fair. We were doing okay and had some chances in the second half, but it just didn't quite fall for us. But those 2 injuries to Jonsson and Kornic could be deadly. It was a real feisty affair. Fouls galore for both sides. We had 5 yellows in this game. They had 2. Real feisty game, but we got kind of what we wanted, really. And I felt like if we could get this result done, not lose, we get a week off, we've got a cup game, but I can rotate heavily for it, and attack them with a full-strength squad next week in the home game, I think that could be enough to see us over the line. But these injuries could be key, because we can't really afford these right now. Injuries. Jonsson, 3 to 6 weeks is not ideal by any means. And Kornic, 6 to 9 days, might get him back for the next game, but if nothing else, we have Borchgrevink in there. But losing Jonsson is not ideal at all. Well, there we go. Through to the next round of the Cup against Tromsdalen. Comfortable performance, rotated the entire squad. The other good news is that Lillestrøm were playing in the Cup as well midweek because of all the fixture rearrangements, and it looked to me from their squad, from the players I could see scoring, that they were playing pretty much a full-strength side against Egersunds. So that could help them be a bit tired for us at the weekend, perhaps. Or not, sorry, midweek rather. Steinberg Johansson, League Dilly, Tinkinen, and of course, Christopher Antonio Henriksen giving us the win. Wrapped the game up after 20 minutes and just sort of sat on it from there. In other news league-wise, there were obviously league games today as well, and now you'll see we're 1 point off the top of the league, but with 2 games in hand on Rosenborg and Bodø. That's a big situation. We could go 5 points clear at the top if we were able to grab ourselves a victory. Obviously, Molde are in there too, but we have a game in hand on them as well, and they're still behind us. We're in very good shape right now. Still the joint top scorers in the league as well, despite having played 2 less matches. I felt that this had to be the live comment at the end of the episode, given we've put ourselves in an unbelievable position. We are literally 90 minutes away from a European final where we will, if we were to get through anyway, almost certainly be playing against Napoli. Never rule out Dundee here, but it feels like a 4-1 lead is quite something to overcome. We did what we needed in the first game. We got through it. Did get some injuries, unfortunately. Didn't get the red card, though, or anything like that. So we are still in good shape here. We know that a home win, and we've been very good at that, against teams like Lillestrøm, potentially, and also you might notice there's a missing Lillestrøm game. Now, that got rearranged because of cup stuff. That's all that separates us from our first ever European final in the save, and I was not expecting to be in a European final before I'd managed to win a domestic title, but that's just how this save goes. Norway's coefficient must be off the charts this season. 18.6 points. That is ridiculous. Norway have got 18.6 points this season in a single year. I don't know if we ever even got that many points in a single season domestic, like coefficient-wise, when we were doing Building a Nation with Norway, honestly. That is ridiculous. What is that going to do for us next season? Oh my giddy bloody aunt. We're going to jump from 15th to 8th place in the coefficient charts in a single bloody season. And in fact, technically, it could even be 7th because one of the Norwegian sides is going to be in the final. But that's enough about that. Who are we going to play in today's game? That is the question. So obviously we played a completely rotated side. So our selection advice off the board, straight off the bat. Lisa obviously through the middle there. Dida, obviously we can't play Birkelund, which is a shame. So Berntsen will go there. Lewiston will go there. Gomez through the middle. I think. Do I want to go? Actually, Gomez has done well so far when he's come into games. So I'm actually all right with that. Sergio at right back, surely not. It has to be Borchgrevink. Like, Sergio is not he's a centre back, he's not a wing back. Borchgrevink in, that's one issue for me. Kornic is so good, and I do feel like we're going to miss him today. It's the midfield as well, where problems are going to arise, of course, because we are going to be missing. We can't have Mourinho, and we can't have Jonsson, so it's a problem. Steenson and, well, it's going to be Grönbæk or someone, isn't it, really? Oh, do I dare? Do I dare put Moist Kipre in? He did. Obviously, we get that call up. Could he play? No, would I trust him, is my point. We're doing it. We're taking a huge risk here by bringing in Mr. I'm at the bar every night. What I would say is it's been over a month since he last had a drink. He's not been out. He seems to be rectifying his character a little bit, but he is a good ball-winning midfielder, and I wonder if that's just what we need a bit of that today. Imagine if this was the making of him as a hero at the club. I don't know about that. That's maybe a bit of a stretch, but still. And I just realised Lee Dilly's not on the bench, so we'll obviously bring Lee Dilly onto the bench there. And that will probably have to do it for us. Or, actually, no, I want Reading on there too. One of these teams will be in the Europa Conference League final. Will it be us, or will it be Lillestrøm? God, I hope it's going to be us. This is such a big opportunity for us. I don't think we're going to have a chance as good as this probably in the rest of the save to get such early chances. I mean, not that I think if we were to get there, we'd actually be able to beat Napoli. But on our day, you know, we could do anything. But it's just the fact that we could potentially get to a final this season that would be absolutely ridiculous. 1 minute gone. Can we get an early chance? Dira whips one in, cleared away relatively easily. And Dira's going to have to get back a little bit here. But one thing Lillestrøm don't really do a lot of is play long passes, as you've just seen there. Rakic around the side for Kawamoto! What a save down at the near post. He's offside, though. But you can see the gaps in the centre of midfield for the likes of Steenson already. And Rakic can drop nice and deep. Kawamoto launched over the top again. He's got to get it back onto his right foot. He has Kawamoto, and inside 5 minutes, Tromsø 1, Lillestrøm 0. Koki Kawamoto. The spaces are enormous in that midfield, and we are taking full advantage of them, and Kawamoto does the business. Key thing for us right now is we're controlling possession as well. Not letting Lillestrøm have any shots so far. Keep race settled in quite nicely. We're in control of the ball, and more importantly, in control of the game. They have to come at us. It's not a case of, oh, wait and see. And Kawamoto! Good save again from Hull Lervik. We're in total control of this match, but a second goal is vital. You know how it can be. It feels like the type of game that Berntsen could be so important with these headers, and it's the crossbar. So far, though, we look great. Oh my God, look at the space for Berntsen. They're not even marking him. Ball in. Berntsen's header! Good save again. Lervik going long. Wow. Oh, well played, Borchgrevink. Totally catches them off there. Round the side for Kawamoto again. Brings it down and drills it over the bar, and that was not offside. He should have scored there. Steenson, Lisa, Kawamoto. Round the side for Borchgrevink. 4 guys in the box to pick out. Whips it back. Rakic! And it's 2-0. Tromsø 2. Lillestrøm 0. Jesse Rakic's 6th goal of the season, and we have turned the hell up. I mean, 40 minutes in, and Lillestrøm have not turned up. They've had 1 shot off target, and they currently find themselves 2 goals down. Oh my God, they've lost the ball again. Steenson, where's the run? Finds Lisa. Round the side for Rakic again! He's missed the target. Clips it out for Borchgrevink. Lisa's dropping into a lovely little position to receive the pass here, and he's got it. Pops it through. Kawamoto's on side. Brings it down. Good save again from Lervik. Look at that. Half time. 2-0. 1.72. 15 shots in the first half. 65% of the ball. And they've had 1 shot. We're 2-0 up on aggregate. We're 45 minutes away. This is really just a case of keep your heads and we will be in a European final. There's just nothing else we can say at that point. There's always a player available for a pass. That's what I love about this team. Rakic slips it through for Kawamoto, and it's wide. But again, we've had total control of this. Rakic again. He could probably go for another long shot. Fancy it. Steenson. Lisa. Oh my goodness me. Wraps it up with an I don't know why it says 10 goals. Tromsø 3, Lillestrøm 0, and we're going to a European final for the first time in this save. And that reminds me a lot of that Indistad goal that we scored last season, actually. But it's just so much patience again. Steenson just rolls it to him. First time hit. Bends it round the goalkeeper. 3-0 Tromsø. Welcome to the Europa Conference League final, my friends. 93rd minute. Tromsø 3, Lillestrøm 0. It's never been in doubt today, has it? Not even a little bit. From start to finish this match, they've been absolutely flawless, honestly. Grönbeck's done really well off the bench. Keeper had an okay game. At the end of the day, Tromsø 3, Lillestrøm 0. We are going to play Napoli in the Europa Conference League final. I feel like we could actually beat Napoli. We've done it already once this season and looked great in the home game. A neutral venue will sort of even it out a little bit. I don't know. I feel like we've actually got something here. This is awesome. 1.71 million for getting to the final. Sorry, for the semi-final. God knows what the prize money is if we went all the way. Even by getting knocked out of the final, we'll still earn so much money. Johan Cruyff Arena for the final against Napoli, which is on the 25th of May. And that will, of course, be the showpiece of our next episode. It won't just be like a 1 episode with just the final or anything. It would be a normal episode, just a hell of a lot of focus on that final. We've got a 19.6 points for the season. And incredibly, we now have overtaken Scotland. 19.6 points for 1 year for Norway. Oh yeah, and we're going to get another £2.5 million just for playing in the final. If we were to win it, it's another 4 million quid. I mean, the club surely can't be disappointed with our performance this season, and we've barely got going. The league is still up for grabs too, and I think we can do it all. Kawamoto's scoring, Dilly's getting some goals in other games too. Everybody's scoring. Jesse Rakic is scoring, Berntsen's scoring. It just looks great. We look good defensively. We're barely conceding goals or chances. This is the season that Tromsø goes stratospheric, I feel like, and I'm so excited for you guys to join me along for the rest of our journey this year. So, if you have enjoyed this episode, and I really hope you have, what's not to like, eh? Drop a like, that would be incredible. If we can do the 300 again, that'd be gorgeous. If you liked this and you're new, to subscribe, that'd be gorgeous too. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. Huge transfer episode with Treaty United tomorrow. Hopefully that new scouting method might help us out a little bit there too. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Hold your gun, capybara. Bye-bye.